Today, I was talking to a group of people about the spark. And I don't know if that's going to be the title of this video, but the spark is the thing that I was searching for when I was in the midst of depression, total darkness, hopelessness, and just no vision for where I was going to go. And what I did was, as I got better and did these baby steps, stop sign, all these different kinds of things, as I was looking for this spark, I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it in depression. So ultimately what I did was I started doing the group therapy. I started doing medications, and slowly but surely I realized I want to get better. Now, it sounds crazy. When you're depressed, of course you want to get better, right? Who wants to be depressed? But in the midst of depression, I mean talking wishing you die kind of depression. I think I've mentioned this before. I was actually going to bed and asking God to take me in my sleep. He didn't. Obviously, I still had things to do. I didn't want to do anything, so I didn't want to get better. And to a person that's not depressed, trying to get a depressed person to do something, it's near impossible to do. Anxiety attacks hit, isolation, hiding, not answering texts, not answering voicemail, turning off voicemail. They're in total darkness. Again, I was there. So I always said to myself, God, what is gonna, what's, if I get out of this, I am going to appreciate food. I'm going to appreciate a bed. I'm going to appreciate privacy and family and friends. All these things were going to happen. But I couldn't see that it was ever going to happen. And you might be there right now. You might be thinking just, okay, well, you're some guy talking on YouTube, but you don't know how bad it is for me. I could go into a very long laundry list of how bad it was for me, but that's not necessarily useful hearing just my, I guess what we call a testimony. I found a great drive for tools. I want tools. Give me tools, give me tools, give me tools. Till people were getting frustrated with me like, well, enough already with the tools. I'm like, no, I'm sucking them up like a sponge. And again, I got a lot of them. I think Dave and I are going to shoot, like, if we can, line videos on Sunday, if that's possible. Maybe not. We'll see. The elusive spark is this. Are you ready? You have to decide you want to get better. You have to decide you want to get better. Now, that doesn't seem rational. Of course I want to get better. Your mind, ready for this? My mind too, is lazy. You got a lazy mind. I got a lazy mind. Everybody in and around you has got lazy minds. What does that mean? Your mind is going to go to the path of least resistance. If you were thinking negatively right now and you're bashing on your house, or you're bashing on your mate, or you're bashing on whatever you're bashing on, when you wake up in the morning, guess what you're going to do? You're going to bash on about your house. You're going to bash on your mate. It's repetitive. Your mind is lazy and it's repetitive. So that spark for you right now is to say, gosh darn it, I'm going to get up and do something. I'd like you to watch the end of the video, but if you want to do something, just go. Just go. But get up and do it. Just do it. Even though what I'm saying to you doesn't make sense. Even though you don't believe me right now. Even though you got your whole number running about this bald guy or whatever. Get up and do something. Give yourself credit for it. Your mind is going to continue to repeat itself. The great expression, insanity. The definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over again. And we all do it. Why? Because the mind will go to the path of least resistance. And you're not being positive right now, most likely, if you're depressed. If you're trying to help a depressed person and you're watching this video, how do you motivate them? when they do a little thing, you give them credit for it. And eventually, when you're depressed, you'll start giving yourself credit for things. It will sneak up on you. It's not like a light switch is going to go off like you want it to. It will sneak up on you, and suddenly you'll realize, this is what happened to me. I'm depressed. Why am I not acting depressed right now? I'm confused. I'm not acting like a depressed person, but I'm depressed. And that's I call it the tipping point. When you reach that point where you're confused by your own thoughts, you're becoming aware of your thoughts. And once you become aware of your thoughts, it's much, much easier to step outside of yourself and not react. Anger? I'm angry. Down? I'm down. I'll deal with it. All these are very healthy ways of thinking. When you're depressed, they're very hard. But you saw the baby steps video, and you know, it can happen for you. The spark is choosing to want to get better. Say it out loud. I want to get better. And now you're on your path to recovery. Thanks again for your time, and the spark is the first step of the rest of your life. Thanks.